Yeah. Speaking of politics, our front runners, from the way I understand it right now, I want to say Bernie's at like 30%. This may have been
Bernie and Biden, the old bees.
It was Bernie and then gay New York guy. His name is
he's not New York though. He's Gary,
he's
Indiana.
Gary, no, not Gary.
Gary Bugatti.
He's a South Bend, Indiana.
And it is South Bend. You're right. Yeah, Buttigieg. I think he's in third right now.
Is that how you say it, Buttigieg?
He's very close with.
Sure.
I want to say he was very close with Biden. I think he had like 15%, and maybe Biden was like 16 or 17. Like it was close. It was like within the margin of error, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
The media's trying to pump up Buttigieg way bigger than he is. Like Biden and Bernie are the two front runners, and
here's
even
a question.
then, Bernie is the guy with all the grassroots support. I've said it once. I've said it a million
Bernie's
times.
Getting booed by his own people now. He does have passionate supporters. You're right. He just got blasted on CNN or something. They asked him a question about how he would help black women or women of color, and he kind of dodged it and then name dropped MLK, and they're hazing him.
But have you considered Martin Luther King Jr.?
There's like 18 people running. And I know Trump actually did lead pretty early on. Like he's not a perfect example, but a lot of people thought that he had no chance. And I just feel like our bet is a little like you picking two great football teams, Saints and Patriots, and saying they're going to win and I get the other 30. I like my bet. So we'll see.
That's true.
I'll do that too. I'll take Patriots and maybe the Saints. Against the field.
I like that bet. I'll take
tune this in next January. Pull up this episode. Guaranteed. It might be Patriots v Saints.
Wait, did Brady retire?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, but Gronk did, his best receiver.
Yeah, the thing about the Patriots is that like somebody will be like, yeah, I'll take a pay cut to come win a ring. Like holy shit! Like you guys just want him left and right. You like Brady's about to be he's like Thanos over there with a gauntlet of them at this point. Like
I don't care for about that guy. He
kissing his son.
Everybody on the lips. He kisses his dad on the lips. He kisses his son on the lips.
I haven't seen that.
It's just. I know it's probably like wholesome and fine. It's just weird.
He's too fit. Like his diet is so perfect. It's part of why I guess he's a great athlete. His son's diet is just as perfect. Like there's nothing imperfect about that dude. His phone and like his emails got released, and he like it was just a little insight into what it's like to be him behind the
wholesome.
Super wholesome, great guy. Weird problems like choosing pool covers, like automatically retracting pool covers and things like that.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That he's like the best player in NFL history, and he's like, I'm not paying $5,000 for that retracting pool cover.
That's like, you saw it then.
Pool guys against each other. Yeah, I heard something like
that. Yeah. I don't know. He seems all right. I don't have any big issues.
You're right about his diet. Like I was like apparently he had like some article came out about him, and my girlfriend read it, like his diet, and she was talking to me about it. She's like, do you know Tom Brady's diet? He doesn't eat. A couple of these will just be made up because I get it wrong. He doesn't eat onions. He doesn't eat mushrooms. He doesn't eat asparagus. He doesn't eat Brussels sprouts. And I was like, what? Why not those kind of things? She's like, well, they're technically inflammatory. Like onions and garlic is technically inflammatory, and he eats nothing that is inflammatory whatsoever.
Wow.
And I guess that's the key.
That's only a piece I want to say there's no bread, there's no like anything processed, there's no hint of sugar in anything he consumes.
I bet he eats nothing but elk.
He's a light years away from having a beer.
He's so aggressive out on the field. He's got he's got a belly full of elk in him.
What are you, fucking
he wouldn't
crazy,
even drink
Joe?
Orange juice.
No. He wouldn't drink orange juice.
I saw Bill Burr defending Biden on Conan O'Brien. He was the lady touching. He's like, come on. What do you put his hand on a lady's hip? Come on, they're posing for a photograph. He's from a different time, and he's like, it's not like he's going for side boob. And I'm like, Bill, I don't think you've seen all the photographs. I wished in that moment that Conan had been like, actually, roll the tape, and they had rolled one of those montages.
Roll side boob compilation 4.
And look, I got no problem with Biden. I kind of like him, and I feel like he's more likable because of that whole thing with his son. That because I feel like some of those politicians, his son's death. Did multiple sons die?
I think he's dead.
I think, right?
That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's I felt for him when that happened and everything. He seems like a fun-loving, smart guy. Okay, he really does. But I've seen those videos of him touching those ladies, and look, you'll have a hard time finding a similar montage of Trump. Now, I know the accusations on Trump. I know the whole story, and he probably had that pee party in Russia, and I bet he has like snuck in backstage and
I like
looked
pee
at some
because it's
ladies.
gold.
I believe that stuff about Trump.
It's all words,
80% of it or something.
Yeah,
it's all words. I have documented photographs, not of him doing it once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times. There's these videos of him with this very tiny girl. And he's like moving his hand up to where her breast would be if she were a woman. And she's just kind of like wiggling out of it. And he's just like, no, this is how, no, get back over here.
I'm the vice president.
Let me get that titty. And it's just like, I can't ignore that. I saw it. I seen it. And I don't know if it's innocent or not. I want to believe it's innocent. I really do.
But, have you seen the clip of him with it's clearly a known thing that he does this because there was a photo op from a couple of years ago or something like that where it so happened that Jeff Sessions was there with his whole family. And it was Jeff Sessions' like granddaughter, little girl, and he was standing and she was between Biden and Sessions. And this wasn't during a photo or anything. It was like Sessions was facing this way, Biden's facing that way. Maybe Biden was getting the photo taken. I don't know. But Biden like started moving towards the little girl to like give her a pat or something. And Sessions swoops in, grabs her shoulder, and actively moves her away. And it was like, man, that squirrely little elf knew something, we don't.
What if he's the Bill Cosby of fucking DC politics, and everybody knows that old Uncle Joe will slip you a little special sauce in your beverage? The Kool-Aid over at Uncle Joe's playground.
See, I wouldn't forgive him because he doesn't even have a hilarious 90s sitcom.
He doesn't have a single sitcom or Jell-O commercial, none of that shit.
I have a thing about what like my version of the truth on Biden. And so I think some people are receptive to it, right? Like when there was a guy, Brooks and Shields, they're 2 reporters, they seem to work together, super respected old school like Washington reporters. And he was like, Biden touched me a lot. And he's like, I'm not from Scranton. He's from a different like socioeconomic background, and he's like 20 years younger. And he like at first he didn't like it. And he's like, over time though, like
he groomed me.
He groomed him and he started to like it. And I'm like, I bet Biden gets a lot of positive responses on the way that he connects to people. I've heard Trump, although just verbally, connects to people. Like you're the center of his world while he's talking to you. Clinton, I think, was the best ever at it. When he talks to you, you just feel like you matter. And I think Biden is doing that. But I think Biden might not realize that there's a whole group of people who just aren't touchers like he is. When Nate Diaz almost fought Cairo Parisian on the UFC, whatever that fight show, the Ultimate Fighter. So Nate Diaz, the younger one, was on it, and Cairo was like big brothering him and touching his shoulder. He was ready to fight over that, and his coach is like, you don't touch Nate. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like that. But Biden has this power imbalance where people can't like fight back. You know, if he sniffs your daughter's hair, then you're like,
he did that
repeatedly. Like that's not a hypothetical.
That was so creepy.
Yeah, when he sniffs some girl's hair or your wife's hair, you're like,
what is that,
fuck.
Johnson & Johnson?
You know, I can't just fucking like hip toss Joe Biden right now over my wife's hair smelling. What do I just look the other way? He's the vice president of the United States.
I think you chastise him. I think you gotta chastise. You gotta say something. You gotta
guess.
Joe.
Yeah.
What's it smell like, you fuck?
I wish someone in his life had done that. It would have done him a favor. Yeah, Joe, what the fuck? Head and Shoulders, get your own. You know, just back off.
Joe, generally young girls don't like this region.
Yeah. He just, they call him creepy Uncle Joe.
Let him know I care.
I think he's creepy to half the people he's doing that to. I think it's inappropriate.
What if I just pop my finger in her mouth and let her suckle it a little?
You know what,
Joe? That's the worst thing you've come up with yet.
Of all your ideas so far, Joe, the finger suckling.
In my America, for every child's mouth, there's a finger to suck.
Yeah.
This is a lot of money to spend on a program that's gravely unpopular.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm wish casting on this, but I think that Biden, the creepy thing, is gonna pull him away, and I hope the Democrats. I like almost all of the candidates under 70 more than the ones over 70.
See, like that's
there's
a good
some
rule.
radicals out there.
If the people look like they could star in a Viagra commercial, no go. Like you got
Wow,
to like what's
here.
Who are the Republicans going to field?
No, I have a hard dick. I've got the hardest dick. Ask anyone.
People are saying
it's the deadest, hardest dick you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, oh, I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be the creepy stuff that hurts Biden too, because like
it's a popularity contest.
People don't. Yeah, it is always a popularity contest. But people don't like
especially
that. It's gonna be more like Bernie can fucking hammer Biden on policy stuff. Like you can even go back to like, cause like the '94 Criminal Act or whatever that was like passed under Clinton, that was that's very unpopular with current Democrats. And there's clips of Biden rah rah shish boom ba and that through, and Bernie being like, "This is inappropriate and I don't care for it. We're not gonna do this. I'm running for president
say what
in 23 years."
Say what you want about too. A lot of Bernie's stuff. Like whenever they pull up an old tape of Bernie, it's like, holy shit, he was against that then. So it's like Bernie's been on the right side of everything for like 50 years or something like that.
Like him or not, he is consistent, and you have to have some respect for a politician who's actually consistent on things.
Not just consistent, he's principled, right? Like Lindsey Graham is an example of a guy. You pull up his quotes from when the special investigator was after Clinton, and Lindsey Graham is like, nail this guy, obstruction of justice, we should impeach, right? And you hear him now, and he says the opposite. Yeah, Bernie Sanders hasn't been doing politically convenient things.
Look at Clinton and Obama on the gay rights thing. They were watching those polls. They were keeping their finger on that pulse until it was just up. Now we're on.
Oh, you
now
didn't
we're on board.
Buy the story about his daughter changing his mind? This is Obama's actual story.
No,
what's his daughter's name?
Miley? You're
Malia and
Malia.
Sasha.
Yeah, Malia apparently changed his mind.
Yeah, if you're taking fucking political advice on something that huge from your little daughter and you're the president of the United States, maybe all those people who were shitting on you for being a community organizer had something right this whole time, dude.
Well, it was up until yesterday that I was convinced I was never going to allow these people to get married. They're disgusting, and I hated them. But after a 4-minute conversation with my 11-year-old daughter, she convinced me.
Yeah,
she's got a lot of things to say about the Middle East and healthcare.
God damn it! Don't let Kim Jong-un talk to this guy.
Now, one of the main things she's changed my mind on is why limit it to one sucker after a checkup?
Took me a second. Like a sucker. We back on the finger thing? Oh, lollipop, right.
2 suckers.
You got 2 hands.
Double hand. Got 2 hands.
Double hand them.
Now, 2 hands holding suckers have no hands left to do drugs.
And what's the deal with bedtimes?
I still like Buttigieg.
I mean, they can't even watch all the shows we all enjoy. How am I supposed to talk to my daughter about the new episode of Veep if she's not even awake to see it?
I was up to 11 p.m. last night. What kind of hypocrite am I after all this? Sending my daughter to bed at 8 p.m.? No more.
She caught me on the balcony smoking a cigarette. Made a very compelling case, and I gave her one too.
Wouldn't it be interesting? So they're doing these. I think the debates are when the candidates really come to their own. People that you didn't notice. The guy could be whatever, running 9th, and then he does a great debate performance, and suddenly he's a top 2 or 3 guy. But there's so many, they're putting them in separate debates, and they're not doing what the Republicans did, which is like a varsity and JV, and then everyone just ignored the JVs. They're randomizing it. So wouldn't it be something if like Biden, Buttigieg, I don't know, Warren got like
Yang Gang
in one, and then Bernie was over there by himself that no one paid attention to.
Random.
Yeah. They're saying it. They're saying
it's Bernie, you've been so randomly selected to do your debate alone in Montpelier.
We'll see how it rolls out.
If it turns out that the random is Bernie way on the side, I don't buy that for a fucking second.
So you would buy it if he was in the middle?
Oh yeah, if they said it was random and Bernie was actually like closer to the middle, like near the contenders, like Biden, like I would buy that more.
My skepticism goes the other way. That like
they want to hide Bernie. Like he's the guy who's going to pull support from Biden
do not
because
like Bernie.
Bernie's supporters,
Bernie is
and
their
Biden's
Trump.
supporters. Like Biden's supporters are like older, more neoliberal people. Like Bernie's supporters are more left. And they do not they actively dislike most of these other Democratic candidates.
Absolutely. They hate the Pelosi's of the world and of that party. Bernie is their Trump. He's the guy, like the Republicans hated Trump. The whole
force of personality kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how you mean by Trump.
They were like, this guy isn't a real conservative. This guy is a populist. He cannot beat Hillary Clinton. We cannot let him. We gotta stop him at any cost. That's who Bernie is to the DNC this time around. It's going to be interesting. I enjoy politics when it's this entertaining, and it hasn't been traditionally for maybe I'm just at the right age to find it entertaining, or maybe it's just Donald fucking Trump. I don't know. I want to go with the latter. I think that he just makes this a more entertaining thing because he's such a wild card. He's such a wild card that you never know what he could say or what he could do. Like he threatened put Hillary Clinton in jail. You know, I'm telling you, if you get a chance to go to one of his rallies this time around, first of all, it's not like a big white nationalist hoorah rah kind of racial party. There's a lot of black people there, and there's a lot of ladies there. But just for the entertainment factor, I'm not saying go in there with a Trump hat on. I'm just saying go in and observe the way you would love to go and observe North Korea, perhaps, if you dislike him that much. You know, like hey, I'm not down with Kim Jong-un, but I'd love to go to North Korea and just look around, see what those people think and do.
I want to know what sports they play. Like, really, what do they do?
Catch the dog. Please catch it. We're hungry.
I'm not against all of Trump's policies. Like I dislike a lot of them. I'm really bothered by the fact that he's not a principled man, and I think he makes a lot of decisions that I don't agree with because he's just floating in the political winds, or he's just a crooked, dirty guy.
Oh yeah, he's like he is so fucking annoying at this point. Where it's like he's got his big ass mouth running about all the shit he's gonna do, and then nothing. He just continues the old neoconservative agenda, which is get us involved in all these foreign wars, get us poking and prodding into Venezuela and all these things. It's like, Trump, this is why you had such a groundswell of support with so many people. You wanted to get us out of this shit, and now you're proving day in, day out that you're kind of just toeing the line for the old neoconservative agenda.
I'm not sure everyone else agrees with your anti-war stand. It appears, listening to you, that's your principal issue. Like, if you had to pick one, it would be don't go to fucking weird
getting
wars.
Us out of wars.
Yeah,
and
not joining new ones for dumb reasons. Yeah. And that's a pretty good tentpole issue. Like, I like it. But I think that, based on my Facebook feed, people just like him as a cult of personality. They feel like he's there to shake things up and make changes. And
too many people love him to own the libs. Like that kind of shit.
They're drinking
where it's
tears.
like, hey, Trump did this thing that he said he was never going to do, but the liberals dislike it, so I like it now. And it's like 2 years ago you didn't like it.